Alright everyone, welcome. I'm B6's and welcome to the block party. We are here again this week, this time building a Lego set instead of playing a Lego video game. Here we've got Luke Skywalker's Red 5 X-Wing helmet. I've built a number of these helmets in the past, working my way to the full set. Still a few I'm missing. We'll get there hopefully. But I thought this one seemed like an interesting build. I'm looking at it now, realizing just how many stickers there's probably going to be, and already somewhat dreading my choices. But here we are. So you can see there on the top, 675 pieces, retails for $70. You know, definitely some Star Wars tax going on. I'm sure some of these pieces are printed, which is going to add to it, and you know, the stickers add to it, and there's probably some other unique molds. You know, all in all, not the worst value. I picked this up a while ago. I forget how much I paid for it, but I suspect I either got it on sale at Amazon or got it with like a gift with purchase at Lego Shop at Home, because that's usually how I get most of my Lego sets these days, since the Lego group isn't giving us anything free sadly anymore. But no major complaints there, right? It was a good run while it lasted. But like the Star Wars helmet sets, nice like and compact compared to the UCS sets. They take up less space, but they're still cool kind of collector's display pieces. Come in a very nice box. There you go on the bottom. You can see Luke wearing it in A New Hope there. I think both of those frames are from A New Hope. You can see it's 7.5 inches tall. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's open the box up and see what we got inside. See just how many stickers there are. Alright, well there's our sticker sheet. Not too bad. That's everything in there. Unfortunately, our instruction manual got a bit folded. I think they have worked on improving that more recently with more cardboard inserts, which will also help keeping the stickers from getting folded. So how many we got? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stickers. They're only numbered to 7, but a couple are duplicates, so 9. Trying to look and see which the curved ones are probably going to be a pain, especially since some of them will actually have to line up on the sides. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Got some numbered bags. 1 through 4. And our instruction book. All right, let's, uh-oh. Seem to be down some sorting trays. I must have taken them for some other Lego stuff and forgotten to put them back, so we got one tray for tonight. We'll make it work. Gonna have to be like a heathen and put my parts on the table. Alright, we've got our brick separator. Will look good in our brick separator cup. Put it over here. Give it like a little splash color with something teal. Alright, so we're going to take that first tray and just kind of dump it on the table. And we'll take the smaller parts and keep them in the tray. Keep them separated. Keep them from rolling around too far. Has been a little bit, I feel like, since I've built one of these, a few months at least. I feel like I did do, I would say the Dark Trooper one was the most recent. I think that was this year. I also didn't comment that we have some Flex Tube 3 pieces. I'm not sure where all 3 go. I said, look, I see one And I imagine there's a second one mirroring it, so the third might be a spare. Hey there, Mushy. Alright. Let's get our build cam ready here. Hey there, Chronicler. Haven't missed much. We're just starting our build of the Luke Skywalker helmet. See what we got in the instructions. So some background on the helmets there. You can see Luke and Biggs. May he rest in peace. Shot from the Death Star trench run. Oh, and that's it. And then we just get right to it. So let's not keep the pieces waiting. It's just interesting. It felt like it took them a while with the helmet series to make hero helmets. Right, I feel like Luke was. I guess they did Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, so he was early on. He's a good guy. A lot of the other ones were either villains or more morally gray characters like Boba Fett. But since then, they've definitely picked things up, right? They had Leia's, man, I never know how to say it. Bouche disguise. So they did that one. I think that was after Luke. And then they did the two, I think it was two Clone Wars ones. It was Cody and Rex. For some more good guy characters. But I guess there's not as much selection among the good guys, since they seem to have their faces revealed more of the time, and that doesn't lend itself to these helmet sets. Although one could make the argument, I suppose, right? They made the Dark Trooper helmet, but technically that's a robot, right? That's a droid. So they could kind of make other droid helmets, quote unquote helmets, droid heads. That could open up some more good guy possibilities, right? You could do C-3PO. I think R2 would be maybe a little boring. They have made several R2-D2 kind of UCS large scale sets, so maybe we don't need a R2 helmet. They could do that. They could do K2SO from Rogue One. That'd be a good one. That droid from the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series. I think we got some options if they kind of ventured out a little bit. New series of collectible minifigures, 2 6-packs as soon as they became available at the beginning of May, and you got all 12. Yeah, interesting thing about those 6-packs, there are apparently 4 varieties of 6-packs, A, B, C, and D, and this goes for a lot of the collectible minifigures since they started doing the 6-packs. I know the Muppets had one too, and I forget the combination. It was definitely shared with LEGO ambassadors. But if you get like the A and the B, you're guaranteed a full set. And like the C and the D, or it's A and C and B and D, or whatever the combination is. But if you get 2 of the right 6-packs, you're guaranteed a full set. So it sounds like you got lucky there. So congratulations. Hope you are enjoying the collectible minifigs. And I think if you had gotten one of the wrong ones, right, you still would have gotten like 9 of the 12 minifigs, and then 3 duplicates or something like that. Yeah, I did that with the Muppets minifigures, and I was not lucky, so I still had to go and find, I forget if it was 2 or 3 figures that I did not get in my boxes, which is still not bad considering. I got some interesting shaping going on here with the 1x3 jumper, giving some odd offsets right off the bat. So which is your favorite of the new collectible minifigs? Definitely some interesting, right? Yeah, so you have that jumper plate, and we're putting some tiles on the side that are just attached. Right, you can kind of like slide freely here. And like looking at the box art, right? Like, got that over here. I'm like, where is this going in the set here that we're gonna see it in the final build? And I don't think we are, which then just makes me wonder, like, everything's so intricate. Okay, maybe we'll see on the back. Maybe it's like a detail on the back of the helmet. I'm pretty sure it's been a while since the set came out and people were talking about it, but I'm pretty sure that this helmet is not removable from the base, unlike the Batman ones. Those are some other ones I need to get. I need to get some more of the Marvel ones, and like the Star-Lord and some other ones that seem pretty cool. I do feel like there's been some Marvel fatigue recently, though. Just in the marketplace, and for me personally too. The last couple Marvel movies I didn't even get around to seeing in theaters. Although Deadpool and Wolverine, I definitely want to see that one in theaters next month. I think that one will hopefully revitalize some things. Interesting, we've got these 1x2 plates with like a track on them that we're putting here, like all the way down, and it's almost like we are gonna put this on here. So maybe the helmet will be removable, or maybe we're just gonna cover this all up later. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we're about to find out. So we're about to take these out. Alright, yeah, and this indeed is going in the base here to solidify it. Make it nice and sturdy, so I guess we'll probably be covering that up shortly. There we go. Putting our little hinge brick to mount that display plaque on later. Of course, that won't be until the very end. Up. This is definitely slightly different from what I recall in the other helmet sets I've built, so that's cool. Glad it is something different. I don't know what the weather's like where you all are, but it is very rainy here tonight. Starting to get some thunder rumbling. Axle, locking the stand together, making it nice and sturdy. Curious to see what we're doing with these 3/4 Technic pins. Next, they're not the ones with just a stud on it that you can just like do some snot building with. Looks like we're gonna attach like a half beam or something to it. Something with I can fully utilize that. So we'll have to see what that means. Favorite of the collectible minifigs: Spacewalking, Astronaut, the M-Tron Powerlifter, the Ice Planet Explorer, and Orion. Not bad. Got some Mixel joints there. It's been a while since I've looked at them, but I did like I like that they had references to some of those classic space themes. Did I do something wrong here? Yes, these bricks are supposed to be one stood back. Okay, interesting. Lots of jumpers here. I did think some of the references in those sets were a bit on the subtle side. Maybe that's just me. But I'm glad they got them in there. Speaking of space, two astronauts just went there today. Since you're into Space Chronicler, don't assume, I won't assume, but hopefully you saw at least the news of the launch. Boeing, what is it, Starliner? I just jumped out of my head, but they had Boeing's new capsule successfully took off today. We'll be heading up to the ISS. It's been a pretty good space week of news, actually, with Chinese landing their lander on the dark side of the moon, and hopefully it'll be successful in returning the samples from that. It's pretty awesome, pretty good space week. Alright, that is it for bag one. Really not looking like a helmet yet. I think these mixel joints might be for attaching the trans orange for the goggles. But I guess we'll have to see. I'll have to open up bag two and find out. Ooh, okay, I was like, something looks wrong here. I didn't see the flip it around part of the instructions. Wait, what did I miss? Alright, so I'm gonna make a little sub-assembly now. This looks like something that's gonna be mirrored. Yep. I do think the set is going to be pretty symmetric, other than the little microphone. So it should make the build process a bit easier, I guess. Which isn't always a good thing. That feels like it probably came through on the microphone. All right, well, if the stream unexpectedly goes dark, it was the thunderstorm. I'm gonna assume these little mixel joints, based on where it seems like these are going, are gonna be used to hold little round discs on the top and their angle that have like the Rebel Alliance logo on them. Here with the vote on the LEGO Ideas site, yes, I did see people can vote for a new color of classic space minifig and a new castle faction. I think there's like 3 or 4 options for each. Pretty cool idea how they're able to do that, and then we're going to get those in a new set in the future. Little, what was it, like the Gachapon machine. Certainly it's going to take that set from being one that was like a cool idea, but maybe not the most interested to AFOLs, to one that a lot of AFOLs are going to want, because of course they're going to want those new minifigs. And you can be sure they're going to complain about it the whole way home. I definitely am waiting to see the final set before I decide whether or not it's something that I would like to buy. I definitely don't think it's something I want just because of the minifigs. Don't impress me that much. It does seem like a cool set, right? Like it'd be like I mean, a lot of the idea sets are, but I think it would be a fun set for sure. I am excited about the recently released Tuxedo Cat set. Pretty sure my cat has been on a stream before. I don't know if it's been I think it's been a while since he appeared on. I think last week it might have been that you heard me yell at him because he tried jumping on my lap and got tangled in some cables. How's this going? There we go. But he is a tuxedo cat, and so I think it's cool because I can get a Lego version of my cat. So that's interesting. Those 3/4 Technic pins are just kind of being used as spacers here. Nothing's actually attached to them. They're just kind of, I guess like supporting. Oh yeah, because these aren't actually attached on the bottom. So they're kind of like wobbly. So that kind of is adding support. So when we push stuff on these snot bricks, they won't fold inwards. Okay, all right, interesting. Already did all that. All right, oh, this is gonna be really interesting little sub-assembly here. So we're kind of like taking these snot bricks and putting them on their backs so you can build on top of them. Maybe if I can get everything there we go, lined up right. All right, so we're kind of doing all sorts of interesting angles there. Okay, now where do these go? So these go like this, and thanks to that jumper plate, things line up and attached by several studs here. Squeeze that down, make sure it's connected. And this is all the back, right? So this is gonna be the front. Looks like we're gonna do the stripe down the middle, or at least some of it. It's based on the parts we've got left. We've got some printed parts. You got these 1x4 curved slopes, the white print on them. That's one of those things where it's like, why didn't they just give us a white piece? If the entire thing is printed. this little clip here. Curious what we're gonna clip on that. It's going on the back of the helmet. We attach a couple of jumper plates. Lots of interesting stud geometry here. Okay, so I think maybe we'll are about to find out why they printed white on the red pieces. And hopefully it'll all become clear, but we're definitely going to be using them in this step. Okay, so this is what the clip's going to be for. So I think it's going to clip on here and go at an angle. Yeah, so it looks like the reason that we have white printing on the red parts is because the red on the side is going to be visible. Right? If it like clips on here, you're going to be able to see it from the side. So they can print on the top, but they can't print on the side of the brick. Even if printing red on a white part would probably look better than white on a red part. And I still haven't quite gotten that down. It still looks like kind of pinkish, especially when you put it right next to other white parts. I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be, but you know. This honestly almost might be one of those instances where a sticker would be better, right? Because a sticker would be solid white, and you wouldn't have to worry about that bleed through. But I think that's one of those things where there's no right answer for the Lego group. Because if they made it a sticker, people would complain there's more stickers. If they do it with a print, people complain that it has the bleed through. So what's Lego gonna do? Just not make the set? Alright, got some interesting headlight assemblies going on here. Some very interesting geometry, the tile and upside down plate. Oh, we're continuing. We're almost going full headlight circle here. If they'd done this the other way, it could have gone full headlight circle, right? So if you'd done it like that, full headlight circle, but we're not. All right, it's a very compact little parts intensive assembly. Help give us just that right, I guess, curve shape on the back of the helmet. It's gonna clip on here. So you can see how we do have the white here, but on the sides, it's gonna be red. So hence the white printing on the red. Now I guess we're gonna do the top or the front. No, we're gonna continue on the back. Not doing the top just yet. Gotta continue the stripe all the way down. I think this will be it for bag 2. interesting. This whole assembly with this nice, like, cheese flips and everything is all gonna get covered over, but it had to be at just the right angle so you could attach this and have it line up seamlessly. Wow, that is some tight geometry there, right? Considering this thing is connected by just a clip and bar, it was kind of like loose, and now it's just completely locked in. And so, yeah, what do you think of the red and white stripes? Are you okay with the printing? Would you prefer stickers or some other solution? Curious to hear. Tubing in bag 3. Work on the rest of the stripe on the top. It looks like some more of the back of the helmet. Probably about finish up the back of the helmet, right? So we're gonna do the get the goggles lenses done in this one. Lovely trans orange parts. Start by making, looks like 2 assemblies that are going to go on the back here. So since we're building a Star Wars set, has anyone watched the new Star Wars show, The Acolyte, yet? Had to make sure I tuned in this morning before any spoilers got that around on the internet. Will not be sharing any spoilers here. I'm curious to know what people thought of it. I don't think it immediately captured like everything that the Mandalorian did when that first premiered. I also feel like Mandalorian was kind of like lightning in a bottle, and you're gonna be hard pressed to find that again. But it's still enjoyable. I'm still excited to see where we go. Kind of feel like they answered too many questions in the first episode. Could have kind of played some things out a little longer. I guess it is only like 8 episodes, so it can't take too long about it. There's certainly is at least one really big question that I think everyone's going to be hoping gets answered by the end of the show. And then if you are a fan of the High Republic books and comics, you're going to see Vernestra Rowe in live action. Pretty cool. weird to see her without hair. Alright, doing some nice snot curve, rounded shapes. Pretty par for the course, I feel like, in these Lego helmet sets. You know, I think it was a purposeful decision by the designers. I think they've stated that to make sure there are exposed studs, that everything isn't, you know, just rounded off and smooth. Even though there are the parts that they could do that these days. But just kind of keep giving it some of that like Lego look. Put in some black inverted tiles and slopes here. I think these parts are going to be visible like on the inside of the final set. So it'll kind of be like the lining of the helmet. That's right. Yeah. Here on the inside, we're just going to see like some smooth black interior. All right, just going to get attached on here. Attach it onto these 6 studs. There we go. There we go. Starting to look nice and rounded. And then from the side, there we go. Like all the white is hidden. Just looks like a black helmet lining. Skip pages there. All right, now we're heading up here. Not for long though. 3 pieces in, and then it looks like we're moving on, I guess, to the visors? Yep, must be the visors. All right. Going back down. mixel sockets. And I'm probably going to attach these mixel joints here. One of them right, the other wrong. There we go. Okay, let's adjust our camera here so you can see it as we attach this. Just a little bit. So, got our mixel sockets going on the mixel joints, and because of the angles, it has like a little bit of range of motion, but you'll be able to get it kind of where it belongs, which I think is more angled down like this. All right, and we're starting to look like something now. Goggles are going to be pretty fragile, especially these outside edges, because it's just some one-by-one pieces attached by one stud, not supported by anything. So definitely have to be careful there. All right. Now I think we're going to work on the rest of the stripe here. Something else onto. Oh, we're going back to the back. Oh, we have that clip from way, way long ago. Oop. So clip into there and finish off the back stripe. Never notice on the helmets just how thick that stripe is. Like, I guess kind of because the goggle mechanism or the lens mechanism is attached to it, so it's like slide up and down or whatever. But never quite noticed that. And so we have these clips here that our yellow tubes are going to connect to. Oh, and it looks like that is what is next. All right, so let's go and build that. better angle for me to build, because it is right now in the way of me seeing the instructions, which kind of makes things difficult. Well, finally, it is sticker time here. Our first sticker is going on some 1x2 cheese slopes. Go. There's one. So we're gonna have another sticker right after this on a 2x3 tile. Man, I am rusty at this. When I was doing these streams like every week or two. All right, this will be the third sticker down. Only 6 more to go. All right, I feel like those stripes line up pretty well. Looks pretty good. Oh, we have another printed part. 2x3 tile with white stripes. So the 1x4 curved slopes made sense. Because there's a bunch of them. I think this is the only one of those tiles. I guess they did that so the white matches it, the way of the stripes match and everything. I don't think there's a way. I guess they could have done it with 3 1x2 tiles, but it would have been a very weak connection, especially with this. They couldn't put like a plate underneath or anything. So I guess for consistency, they did the printing instead of another sticker. Which is actually appreciated, right? Like it would have been a lot easier to do a sticker there. Okay, getting there. Don't have anything for this socket yet. I think we're gonna build some more stripe for that. Yep, here we go. Wow, and bag 3 is running out of parts fast. I'm impressed by how much there is left in bag 4 here. Like the entire sides of the helmet are all in bag 4. All right, tubes in here. Trying to make sure I get them all the way in, so they're evenly, going to be an even length on the other side. Okay, this will be interesting. Yeah, I was going to say it's probably going to be easier to clip it on. It's going to rest it on its head, so you can do that. Clip it on like that. And then wrap it around. And then bury this assembly here should all those gray studs. There should be a gap. This thing is under a lot of tension. Yeah, put the tubes too far back. I'm gonna clip these too far back here, so. Try to evenly. Okay, I think it's gonna be easier just to disconnect and try again without destroying the entire rest of the helmet here. So yeah, trying to make sure I've got an even amount exposed there. Okay, let's try this again. Tension. Oh, speaking of tuxedo caps, there's now one on my lap. I'm hoping as we build this stripe on, it'll kind of hold that in place, but this is still really bouncy up here. You have a little diagram in the picture and the instructions to show what it's supposed to look like from top-down view, so I think that's about right. Okay, and the last parts of bag 3. Be locking that in place with the rest of the stripe. Okay, let's see how this goes. All right, well that certainly forces everything down. There you go, you can see that from the side with the yellow stripe. Still feel like the stripe is supposed to come out a little further, especially on the back here. If you look at the instructions, maybe, it does show like with some, there is supposed to be excess tube past the clip. Maybe I put too much tube into this part. Leash this out a little bit. Need some calipers to measure how much is still there. All right. Have to be good enough for now. On to the last bag. And I guess you get an extra piece of tubing, so that's kind of neat. And this one, I think the two sides are going to be very similar, but because of the printed parts and stickers, there's going to be a good amount of differences that'll make it kind of tricky to build both at once. So, even though we're already at over an hour, I think we're going to take our time on this. Quite a few printed parts here. I guess these are the same. I like these Rebel Starbird dishes though. It's cool. Oh my goodness, I don't know if you can hear it, but this rain is pouring down. At least I don't have to worry about watering the plants tomorrow. Okay, I can't resist. I'm gonna do both at once. It looks like we're doing the right side first without the microphone. So I'm probably not gonna go too far with the build since the other side has to account for that microphone. But we'll have a starting point. Going on here. Trying to keep this thin and strong, I guess. Make room for all the details it needs. Interesting. So this is literally not attached to anything just yet, but it is time for a couple more stickers. Should be the right ones. 1 and 2, not 3 and 4. At least it's not a curved surface, it's just a rounded surface. Wow, this thing fits like really well too. I don't know if you can see, but it goes, the sticker goes like all the way to the edge, which is not usual for Lego stickers in my experience. Have like a little bit of wiggle room. I guess they really want to make sure these lines line up. to do. That is pretty darn good. I don't even see a gap on that. Wow. That is all sticker design. Or predominantly sticker design, a little bit my application. Very colorful interior here. Because we got to build things out enough so that we can mount this, and this is going to have to go in at, well, I guess not at an angle, right, as with the print. Okay. The print is angled, so that's nice. That actually makes things easier. Don't have to try to get things at a weird angle. All right, this sticker is going to be a pain because it's going on a round plate. That plate has lines that are going to have to line up with this thing. So I definitely want to attach the piece to the dish first before we try to do this. This one does not go into the edges. Oh, there we go. Oh, that looks good. That's pointing to the red thing. All right, I think that is it for the outside. Now we have to, looks like, make the ear cup. Right, because there's a microphone. There's got to be headphones for the X-wing pilots to hear the communications on. I'm curious about, oh, is it, okay, wow. You guys, I'm for a little bit of a treat with this assembly here. Love me creative Lego build. You know, I could probably just be building both of these. Those are going to be the same between the two, aren't they? Alright, so we have our little ear pads. Right, so that's gonna kind of go on the ears. And now, find pieces here. We're taking these little pieces, right? And those are going on their side here, which means they have studs on here that are going to be able to connect onto this. Which, yeah, if you ask me, that's crazy. That is a really crazy technique. Look at that. So clean. And it like leaves that little gap with the black. So that's like where the actual like headphones are, where the speakers are. Oh, my sticker applying technique, yeah, I've developed that over the years. I think I first learned that like as a kid building like scale model sets. Right, when you have like water slide decals and you can't touch it or else you're gonna like leave a fingerprint. I'll say the knife also works well with Legos. The stickers are on a transparent background, like a clear one instead of the solid color, because then you don't have to worry about leaving any fingerprints on the stickers, which you would do if you're applying them by hand. Put the chin strap here, and then I think we're done with the right side of the helmet. Go. All right, so we've got 10 studs on the side here. This is going to attach to. And where's this all supposed to be lining up? I think like that. Looks like it's supposed to, yep, there we go, line up pretty high up there. All right, that is looking pretty awesome now. It's crazy how well this arch piece lines up with that slope. Was not expecting that, but looking good. And yeah, if you look at it in the little picture-in-picture from the side, it's looking pretty good. Oh, except for that. There we go. Adjusted those ones just a little bit. All right, I'm just going to build the other side. It's going to be pretty similar to what we already did, except somewhere in here there's going to be a microphone that has to get attached. Oh, looks like there are maybe some different colors in some of this. Oh, oh yeah, then we'll have to add those on later. Okay, so wait, did I miss something? Oh yeah. I guess the starboards go on near the end. Not the last, but near the end. I see I have this whole different piece. Oh no, that's for the chin strap. I was like, I can use a whole different piece than we did on the other side here. Not quite. Man, these camera angles, I mean, they're good, right? Because the whole idea is you don't see me, you see the Lego set, but they are also just right that you cannot see my cat on my lap, who's like sniffing at the Lego pieces, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. I feel very surprised that he's not just like on the table right now looking at everything. Trying to be like, can I play with this? Can I play with that? The answer would be no, Pippin. You cannot. Okay. So our last stickers. Penultimate sticker. Of course, just as my cat is starting to shift around on my lap. Let's go in here. Just worried about applying them, not where the pieces go. That one is not, honestly, not quite as good as the first set. There's a little bit of a gap there. But it's going to be good enough. I'm not going to get too worried about it. Okay, time for the very last sticker. All right, I dig it. Have our ear cup. What are you doing, my fuzzy kitty boy? Can you just pick a spot? Stay there. There we go. There's that. Up. I don't know if you can see it. I was trying to go for a part finally. I don't think he quite made it on camera though. He's a little camera shy. Don't worry, Pippin, when we get the Tuxedo Cat set, you're gonna have to be on stream, whether you want to or not. People are gonna want to see how accurate the set is. And it's important research that you're gonna have to help perform. Okay, there's another part of the chin strap. Oh no, just like that. Put this on. There we go. We are smoking here. That's a cool technique. We're using the 1x3 inverted tiles from the Unikitty sets that have the holes in them. Put some Exoforce hands in so we can clip this on to the other parts. Adjust our angle here. Go. So we have our chin strap. All right, just need our microphone and then a couple last details. Oh, all right, goodbye, kitty cat. Boring conversation anyway. Goes on there, and the way that's built, this can angle down, so it can go in and be kind of more where the mouth is. Now going up to the head, putting in some round plates with hollow studs here. And just kind of go on there, shows them kind of pointing. Them at that one stud there, kind of help keep it. Same on each side. How's that look. All right, and I think now all it needs is our little display tile. Luke Skywalker, red 5, standing by. Still too high. It's always hard to tell where these are supposed to go on the base here. But yeah, I think that is that. Microphone cord is stuck there. Close call. All right. All right, yep, that's all we got in the instructions. Let's switch it back to the main camera. Take a look at our final model. It's pretty interesting. So yes, it is permanently attached to the base. It does not pop off like the Batman one does. I don't know if any of the other ones do. That's the only one I've built that pops off. But I think it looks pretty good. I think the chin strap does look a little wonky just in the geometry. Like, it does not look like a human head would be able to fit in that. It's a little finicky too. I guess you can play around with it a bit and adjust it. Make sure it's kind of even. Because mine is not right now. There we go. That's a little better. But I think the exterior looks great. Right, it's got some really nice details on the sides here. Mix of prints on there, and stickers on these. It's got some printed for the white stripes. I don't know what a better way would have been. I don't mind that it's white on red. I don't mind that it like makes it look a little pinkish. I think on the camera it probably looks fine. What annoys me is just like these little gaps you get at every point. I don't think there's really a way to fix that, unfortunately, without like some crazier printing. I think the way to fix that would have been making these 1x4 curved slopes white with red printing on the side. And maybe that would have made the white stripes look a little better. I don't know. I know they print on the side of some parts. Like, they print on the side of 1x1 plates. But I assume it's like a whole new setup for every part they need to print on the side of. So I'm sure it is not easy to say, oh yeah, we'll just print on the side of these. So I understand why they didn't. But overall, I think it looks good. The yellow stripe is interesting. It was an interesting technique. I may still tweak this a little bit, try to get it to push out a little more. I'm just noticing now you can see like there's yellow tiles under here that kind of come through, so it gives us some nice detail. And yeah, for a good guy helmet that we have not gotten many of in the Star Wars helmets line until recently, with the Clone Wars and the Return of the Jedi ones, I think last year. So it's like, out of all of the helmets, I think like maybe 30% of them have been good guys. So I'm glad this is another one. So I think the second one in my collection. So happy about that. And yeah, fun build, interesting, very different from a lot of the other helmet sets, since it's so hollow in the middle. It requires some interesting techniques that you don't see every day in a LEGO set. So thank you all for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We will not be streaming for the next 2 weeks. So we'll be back closer to the end of June, probably playing some LEGO Indiana Jones 2. But we'll see for sure. I'll decide that after the next couple weeks, and I'll be sure to let you know on BZPower. So with that, I'd like to thank you all again. Wish you a great rest of your week, and have a good one. Bye, everyone.